Morning. Right. Let's get my tea. My tea's over here. And my coffee. So welcome to my kitchen. I did have a tidy up. My wife cooked a massive spaghetti last night and left most of the washing up for me. So I've had a morning of cleaning. Okay. So we have a celebration today. Vibex became a member. Vibex. We're going to play you the celebration tune in a minute. Before we do that, I want to quickly... Melissa is sending me loads of information, loads about Linda Thompson. So I'm going to go through it with Linda Thompson because obviously I've always said to you guys, I like Linda Thompson. So Melissa Mathis is saying there's things that we don't know about Linda. So we may as well go through it, but not yet. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Philomena. So good news. There's no kids. There's no kids. Woo! I love my kids. I love being with my kids. But when I do live streams, they drive me mad. So let's have a look. Right, so Diana has been sending me stuff. So I want to quickly just message everyone, say we're live. So I'll quickly message all the people. Now, guys, if you want me to message you when we're going live, hi, Helen. Hi, Rosemary. Please join my Facebook, Defending Elvis Presley, Louis Daily Lives. The Facebook name is Defending Elvis Presley, Louis Daily Live. Join that, then I can message you guys and tell you when I'm live. Now, one of the most common questions I get is when are you going live? And it's all about the kids. It's all about, I would go live much more, but the kids, they're too noisy. So I wait for them to go out, or I wait for them to be upstairs with their mum, or I put them on their phones. So, right, let's tell Lorraine. I'm just quickly messaging everyone. So you guys, if you become part of the Facebook, I can message you. So I'm going to just go onto the Facebook. And I'll tell you what, that Facebook channel is, the membership is really nicely increasing. Right, this Nicola was asking. Deborah, I wonder if Deborah's probably asleep. I'll stick it on. We got Sue Shannon. I'm just quickly messaging everyone. We're live. Let's have a look. Judith. We're live. I just send loads of we're lives, and then quite a few of you do come on. We're very lucky. A lot of the members, I find that the members, this is why I push the membership, guys. The members do tend to go on most of the lives. So please become members, guys. It means so much to me. I really want you to become members. It's only £1 a month. Right, let's just have a look. I think that's everyone. So then what I'll do now. Right, Melissa, are you on? Melissa, are you there? We're going to read some of your stuff this morning. So let's just have a look. We've got Lorna is on. Helen, Teresa, Melissa has been messaging me. Diana has been messaging me. I've had Lorraine has been messaging me. Right, let's just go on to Defending Elvis Presley. So we're 113 members on our Facebook now. Hi, Melissa. Right, so thanks for your messages, Melissa. I'm going to read some of them out soon. So this is the Facebook. It's important you go on the Facebook, guys. Then that way we can still talk to each other. Defending Elvis Presley, Louis Daily live streams. Defending Elvis Presley's Louis Daily live streams. That is the only genuine Facebook of our channel. Defending Elvis Presley fans want the truth. All the others are fake. There's a few that are copying now, but don't worry. This is the original, and you know it's the original because it has my Elvis Presley fan search for the truth logo on it. So I just want to go on to that and just tell everyone we're live now. Just post that. I think we've told everyone now. Let me just check on the chat. Let's just make sure. Let's get onto the chat. I think what I'll do, right, is we're live now. Let me just tell Lorraine. Lorraine, are you on? Now, Lorraine is another one that sends me loads. Right, let's have a look here. So Lorraine sent me something. Let's read it. Rosemary is okay. Linda Thompson blocked me because of the truth hurts. Right. Guys, I think the way I'm going to, I can see that Melissa wants me to read some stuff about Linda Thompson that maybe some of you may not like, because I know she's very popular. I really like Linda Thompson. I also think she was very beautiful. I think she was really there for Elvis, but I think in fairness to Melissa, I'm going to read some of her things and we'll try and get a more rounded opinion. Now, the things that I read from Melissa are not my opinion. I'm just letting you know what a subscriber thinks of Linda. In no way am I against Linda. So I will go through it a bit. But Lorraine wanted me to read something. So Lorraine, are you on yet? Let's have a look. Now, Lorraine wants me to say hello to her friend Liz. Liz, I hope you're well. I'm sending you lots of love, Liz. You've had some few health problems, so I'm sending you get well love. This is my get well love to you. And your friend Lorraine has asked me to give you a mention. Now, what did she say? Hi, Lorraine. Thank you. I contacted Louis on his Facebook page. I am not in Italy now, but at the Canary Islands on holidays. The connection sometimes with us is not good. I tried to see the live yesterday, but I could not get it. I'll try and have a nice day. Don't worry, Liz. Don't worry. We do a lot of lives. Do 2 or 3, 4 lives a day. You're very welcome to join us. And then it says, that is from Nicola, okay, who met Elvis in the 1970s. Right, okay, I'm with you. You're talking about Nicola, who met Elvis in 1972, and we posted a video about it. I have messaged Nicola three times. Is she on here now? Nicola, are you on? No. Let's have a look. She will be getting back from her holiday on August 20th, where she has much better internet service. I hope she told you that. Okay. Right. So Nicola's on holiday. Got you. She should still be able to get us, though. So I will I want to be nice because Nicola allowed us to play that video. So I'm going to message her direct. I'm just going to message her direct. Yeah. Okay. So she knows. So Nicola knows. So I think everyone's getting the message. Hi, Diana. Okay. Let me just check a few comments and then we're going to read a few things out. But I always, if we get a new member, guys, I always have to celebrate. So we've got a new member. It's Vibex. Vibex, are you on? Vibex, are you on? Let's have a look. Of course, I celebrate whenever we get a new member. So we've been lucky this week. We have had 4 new members. We had Elizabeth on Sketches and Threads. We had Patricia. We all know Patricia well. We had Jane, Elvis Presley, the best ever. Jane is regular on our show now. And we've had, and Vivek signed up last night. So thank you. I have to play you a celebration bit, of course. Now, guys, it means a lot to me for you to sign up. It's only £1 a month. It's not about the money. I don't need money. I want members, and I put it at £1 a month because I wanted it at the lowest amount I could do. Because it's not about grabbing your money. It's about you joining our club. And when the membership reaches 100 people, I'm going to do some membership lives, just members only as well. So let me just where we are. So I'm not in a rush, guys, because I've got some time here, because I wonder if we can get Elvis.
Hi, everybody.
I wonder if we can get a celebration song from Elvis. Elvis celebration song. I wonder if we can get anything. Let's see what comes up. Oh, look. Come on, let's have a celebration song. Oh, these songs are too good. I wish I could play all these songs, guys. I really wish. Oh, so good. Come on, let me have a song. I'm trying to find a song. I think what I'm going to do is, I can't find a celebration song, so I'm going to give you a taste of Elvis. Poke Sally. This is for Vibex for joining our channel. I'm going to give you a bit of Poke Sally. Down in Louisiana. Come on, you guys sing it. Shh. Thanks for joining, Vibex. It does mean a lot to me. It really does. It's a shame, because I'd like to play you some. I so want to play you some Elvis music. Really do. It's frustrating. So obviously, anyone watching, please subscribe. It's really important. Really, really important. 78% of you do not subscribe. It really helps the channel. Please like as well. Now, if any of you want to get me a coffee, you click the coffee button. You can buy me a coffee. Oh, I love coffee. I love coffee. I have butter coffee. It stops me from feeling hungry all the time. Have you got your coffees ready? Okay. Right. I wanted to read a couple of your comments first. Let's have a look where we are. Right. So Lorraine says, yeah, unfortunately, where she is, I said to you in a message, she said that internet was very bad. Okay. Don't worry. We'll talk to Nicola. We'll have a nice chat with Nicola when she joins our lives. Nicola, we're looking forward to talking to you, and we are really interested in your amazing story when you met Elvis quite a few times, didn't you? I think you met him at least twice, and you watched him 14 times. Nicola, guys, is a subscriber, and she's a member of our Facebook. Now, don't forget, the Facebook channel is Defending Elvis Presley, Louis Daily Live Streams. Defending Elvis Presley, Louis Daily Live Streams. So please join it. It's really important. Let me just look. Yeah, we've had some new people join through the night. Look, we've got Tracy Irene Webb. I think we know Tracy, but look, Tracy posted. I've joined because I've always and will absolutely love Elvis forever. Too right. And then a few of you have been posting some good pictures, like Livy. I don't think Livy's on. Livy, are you on? Beautiful pictures. Let's have a look. So we've had a few of you. Catherine Bertrand has posted a great video. I haven't even watched that yet. It says father-son team who just announced that they are going to interview Dave Hebler. Jay were torn about Dave reached out he's going ahead with the interview and is going to ask the hard questions. Well, that's good. That's good. Let's have a look here. What is this?
Just give us a couple minutes to make sure everything's okay. We got some people coming on Instagram.
So this was sent to me last night, so I haven't watched it.
YouTube and Instagram viewers. I'm in on Instagram on my platform right now, so here.
Let's just see what this is a minute.
You want to start us off?
Nope, you're doing a good job. Kick us off there. You know where you're going.
Yeah, quite a few notes over there. All right, so if you guys were watching us on Instagram,
So this channel's called.
Just got back from Huntsville.
Maybe some of you know this channel.
The weekend.
Let's have a look.
In May.
It's called EP Back on Tour was live. EP Back on Tour, and it's called Elvis's Dinner number 10.
We had a friend of ours pick it up for us in Birmingham and bring it to Huntsville, and while we were in Huntsville,
Let me just show you guys.
a little bit more.
So do any of you know who that is? This was sent to me.
Trip. Hopefully you guys are able to see on Instagram. If not, all of our lives and all that is on our account that you can watch. We made a stop.
I don't know who that person is. Let me just go forward, see if we can.
Building that Elvis was originally from. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Went to the Coliseum in Knoxville where Elvis performed in 72, 4, and 7, and went to the hotel.
Guys, have you got your coffees ready?
The athletic center is no longer there, but we showed you where it generally was. It's now a dorm room and a parking garage. And his top things, the one people, Keith and Marcia, and Elvis, of course.
Let me just forward it a bit, see if they talk about Elvis at all.
When we created this new account, Michael
Slips with our name on it. So,
Don't know. I'm gonna have to watch that and to get a feel for it. So we've got Doreen, Rita Nola Montac. She's been messaged on it. So, oh yes, this. Right. I posted this last night. Did any of you watch this? So it is Tupelo, Elvis's, is it great-granddaughter? Is that how they say it? It's a very, very short clip. There is a bit of music, but I'm going to take a chance on the music. Let me show you. I might have been in love before. I had to live my life without you near me. The days would all be empty. The nights would seem so long. With you I see forever, oh so clearly. I might have been in love before. I had to live. I'm gonna play it again, guys. You near me. The days would all be empty. The nights would seem so long. With you I see forever, oh so clearly. I might have been in love. Oh, guys, straight to my heart. Oh, doesn't that move you? Tupelo, Elvis's great-granddaughter. And do you know what? Riley Keough and her partner, let's just, I need to remind myself of his name, but I know he's a stunt man. He's a bit of an actor, good-looking guy. Let's just get his name up. Riley Keough's husband, and he's like a bodyguard, isn't he? I watched the way he walks alongside her. So it's Ben Smith Peterson. Ben Smith Peterson. It says here, in February 2015, Keough married Australian stuntman Ben Smith Peterson in Napa, California. Having announced their engagement the previous year, the couple had met whilst filming Mad Max Fury Road, and their daughter Tupelo was born in August 2022 via surrogate. And I don't know the story there, why it's surrogate. I don't know. But they seem like a lovely couple. He's a good-looking man. He really protects her, I can tell. He hovers around her, doesn't he? I've seen him quite a few times in different things. And he's walking along in his black suit. He's very, very handsome, very strong-looking man. And I can tell he's protecting Riley big time. He seems like a real nice guy. And the thing I did do a video on them, and the video said that she met him when they were filming the Mad Max thing. And I think he showed interest, but she had a boyfriend. And I think she had to go back to reshoot some small clips for Mad Max Fury. And then that's when they hooked up the second time that she went back, probably, I think, to Australia. Is that right, guys? So what do you think of him, guys? You think he seems like a nice guy, doesn't he? Right, let's have a look. I'm just going to try and read some of your comments. It's very interesting. And saying Doc going to it about a 1 hour Skinner. Yeah, no, I've watched Tracy. I've watched that interview. It's really good. I watched quite a bit of the video. It's very long-winded. You and Louie and Sean and Rhonda. All right, let's have a look. I watched quite a lot of that video. Right, what video are we talking about? So, yeah, it does make you choke, doesn't it, guys? I'm just quickly trying to rush back through your comments. I was telling my daughter about our channel today. She wasn't understanding. I was disappointed. Not to worry. Guy, it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. Remember, people have, when it comes to Elvis, people have preconceived ideas that have been brainwashed into them for 50 odd years. So we can't get everyone on side, guys. We can't get everyone on side. Let's have a look. Obviously, we're like-minded. We all love Elvis in our hearts. We have been touched by Elvis's spirit. We have been spiritually moved by our love for Elvis for our whole lives, for many decades. Not everyone's going to get it, guys. Right, I want to quickly just go through some of your comments. Right, okay. Let's have a look where we are, because I want to read some of your comments before I start doing the other stuff. So Linda says, I've only managed to get one of my daughters interested. It's quite hard to get younger generation to understand how great Elvis is, but we are getting there slowly. Yeah. You may need to rewind the comments. You're missing some of them. Yeah. The problem is, Tracy, if I keep rewinding comments, we're never going to do the show. There's so many comments. But I do like, you know me, guys, I do like to read the comments. So Melissa says that Linda Thompson blocked her. Let's have a look. It seems to me that everyone who speaks about Elvis can't take anything back off the fans. They comment, yeah. Let's have a look. Where are we? Where are we? So Lorraine, you're talking about your friend Liz. Oliviera is feeling unwell and depression and would like a special hello from you and prayers for everyone. She's not feeling well. Of course. Liz, we send you love. We hope you're watching now. And if you're not watching now, watch us on the replay. I'm sending you healing love. Come on. Let's all pray for Liz. Liz, we're all praying for you. Right. Right. Let me just check. Hi, everyone. Hope you're feeling well. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. How many of you learned something new by Louis' live stream this afternoon? I really don't know everything about Elvis. I keep saying his story has not been fully told. Do you know what, guys? I know nothing. I know nothing. I am definitely not an expert. I'm far from it. I'm learning a lot from you guys. Now, like last night, we messed up on, is it Shirley Dew? I said I thought she'd passed away. Well, I was wrong. What the reason that happened, because I got the name Sheila Ryan mixed up. In my brain, Sheila Ryan sounds like Shirley Dew, but Sheila Ryan's the one that passed away from cancer, isn't it? So I get things wrong, guys. And when I get things wrong, I want you to put me right. That's how I learn, and I love learning. When you guys send me comments saying, look, that's wrong, this is, yeah, I learn. You're doing me a favor, guys. Let's keep going through the comments. Right, here we are. Let's have a look. So let's just have a look. Philomena, I was telling, all right, no, we've done that. Yeah, that video with Tupelo, so cute. You know, guys, I don't want to play too much cute stuff. You know me, I'm a big baby. I start crying. Lorraine, sending lots of love to your daughter. Yeah, of course we are, darling. Right. Right. Where are we? So, okay, we're getting it. We're getting to the end. Okay, right, okay. Right, I wanted to read a couple of your comments. I just want to quickly warm my coffee up. But in the middle of the night, as usual, I woke up and you guys are just sending me brilliant comments. I did try to reply to them. Nancy, are you on today, Nancy? Nancy, if you're watching this later, I'm going to read some of your comments. I've had some great information sent to me. Who was it? Let me just make sure I say the right person. So obviously Rose Finney is always sending me great stuff. Thanks, Rose. And she has sent me information about Charlie Hodge by the looks of it. I'll read that. Let's have a look. So I'm getting so much stuff, guys. Don't know where to start, but I like that one. I'm going to read that one. Who else sent me comments? It was obviously Melissa has sent me a lot of stuff. We're going to look at that. I can't read it all because it's a lot, but obviously Lorraine is sending me loads of stuff, which I love. Let's have a look. Daniela does send me a few things. No, Diana sends me stuff. I'm just trying to see who sent me the stuff. There was someone who sent me the stuff. Let me just quickly show you. I can't find who sent it me, but someone sent me this. Is any of you on there? And it is basically proof. It's 1991 that Priscilla sold off and got 4 million. It was a £4 million deal, and she sold off her ex-husband's mementos, including love letters and home movies. So a few of you have mentioned what happened to the letters that Priscilla was writing to Elvis. You know, the ones in the pink. That's from Diana. Yes, Diana. Thank you, Diana. Look, I'll show you again, guys. And I think what Diana is trying to say was trying to show some proof that Priscilla at some point sold off and got a £4 million deal, selling off 50,000 items of her ex-husband's, and it included love letters. Now, I wondered, is that the love letters that she supposedly was sending Elvis in 1959, 1960, 61, those sort of years? What do you think? Diana, do you think it is? Right, let's have a look. I told her and her fans it's disgusting to be Lisa's death to make Linda look better than Priscilla. Use something else if that's what she's going to do. Don't capitalize. Melissa, I agree. That was wrong. Okay, guys. So do you guys think that included the pink envelope love letters? That I'll be honest with you, it infuriates me that Priscilla has sold 50,000 items of Elvis to God knows who, yeah, made $4 million. Obviously, this is 1991. That was a lot of money back then. Because if you truly love someone, don't you agree you wouldn't sell their things? Don't forget, she was a very wealthy woman. So why sell Elvis's personal items, including love letters, to make more money when you've already got plenty of money, if he's the love of your life? I repeat, would you sell the love of your life's mementos and love letters? and home movies. I repeat, mementos, love letters, and home movies. Would you do that if you're already rich? She was already rich. It's not good, is it, guys? Right. Just warming up that coffee. Second. Right, let's grab the coffee. Okay. We haven't really started yet, have we? We're faffing. I keep faffing. I'm faffing. Right. We need to get this show on the road because I'm faffing this morning. Let's have a look. Trees, the money is enough for P. More money, yeah. Linda, many fans think that anyone that made money from Elvis is a bad thing. So I could send, right, Lorraine has just messaged me. I could send you a whole lot of stuff on Ginger Alden, his last girlfriend. And if you go look on Shauna's Tenderly Loving Elvis, she's just done a recent interview with one of Elvis's girlfriends, Mindy Miller, which would be great to do on your live stream since you're doing girlfriends. Lorraine, I just want to say I'm very nervous about doing interviews. I still don't know how to, I still don't have the know-how and the technology to do an interview, but I do intend to learn how to do it. A few of you have been saying to me, you use Google Stream. I did ask my brother. He said we have to use Google Stream. And yes, I definitely would like to do interviews. The person on the top of my list is Piers Morgan. He's the one I would like to interview because I think that interview with Priscilla that was just after Lisa Marie died did a lot of damage. I want to question him on that interview. That one really bugs me. I got a lot to say to Piers Morgan, but anyway, who knows? Who knows? We're still a new channel, 6, 7, 8 weeks, aren't we, into the Defending Elvis? So it's early days, guys. We have to grow gradually. Yeah, Linda, I want to because I'm so infuriated the way he was in that interview. It doesn't add up. Every time I've watched it quite a few times because it drives me mad. I've watched it about 4 times, maybe 5. And I don't understand it. It was like he was under a spell. It was like he was like brainwashed or something. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up the way he was. I don't get it. She must have loved it. He played right into her hands. She must have felt great because he was just ass kissing. I know I'm not a Priscilla fan, can't stand her, but Linda needs to be held accountable as well. Her fairy tale lies are not just right. Melissa, I will say this. If we're going to talk about Linda, I'm going to do it in a respectful way because I like Linda. So we got to find that balance. But I can see that, Melissa, you're very passionate and I respect that. Right, so Tracy Heenan, the alleged letters would have been the property of Greystan. Once a person receives a letter, it becomes theirs. She had no right to sell them. I agree. And home movies. Remember, 50,000 items. Because Vernon, I'm pretty sure Vernon was obsessed with saving everything. So it shocks me that Priscilla just wanted to sell everything for cash that belonged to the man. Oh, I still love him. He's the love of my life. Oh, I still miss him. Come on. And then you flogged all his stuff off. Yeah, Diana, it was crap. That's a great British word. Crap. Right. Okay. I wanted to read some of your comments first. I keep saying it. So, Nancy, I'm 62. I used to watch Elvis movies on Saturdays when there was one, but I was into Donny and Marie Osmond. I was younger. I've been watching clips about him when he was younger on TV shows and different things, and I didn't realize how talented he was and how gorgeous the man was. So that's how I got hooked on him when I was growing up after he passed away. We believe he ate banana and peanut butter fried sandwiches, and all the time they said, the cook said it, and I hate to say I believed it. And that is a response. So I think what Nancy is saying is that we're all being told these things, stupid things, that Elvis lived on banana, butter and peanut sandwiches. And, you know, the fairy tale lies about the Priscilla and Elvis romance, which we know was a complete joke. So I think Nancy is saying, look, I used to believe the fairy tale and now I don't. I've woke up and I've seen the light. I think that's what Nancy's point was. Let's go to the... Right, so here's just quickly for Diana. Here's the newspaper clip she sent me showing the Priscilla's $4 million deal to buy treasure trove of Elvis's memory. And this was printed in 1991. Okay, I'm just going through the comments. So that's just a bigger version of it. Right, so thanks, Diana, for that. Right, okay. But there's a few comments that I wanted to read out because I like them. Someone, right, just another thing. I think Diana sent me this. Diana's done a PDF of a few things, and this thing, obviously you can't read it. Now I haven't read it yet. It's to do with Mike Stone. It's got a few. Let me just try and read a few bits of it. So the question was, when wanted Priscilla Presley to change her name back from Bulow to Presley again? Let's have a look. The other question was, did she ever mention during the time when they were together to keep the name? How was Priscilla Presley in a statement to keep the name, or did she ever mention not to want her name back? Right. So now I'm not sure. It doesn't, Diana, I don't think it gives the answer, does it? It says on here, we all know it was a part of the divorce agreement. Okay. This is what the rumors say. Mike Stone to Mike Edwards first mentioned around 1979 means that everything changed, including her personality after Elvis's death and being in Scientology. Right. Did Elvis really hire a hitman? I can see, Diana, I can see the questions, but there's no answers. So do you have the answers? So there's another one. Mike Stone had an eye for Suzanne Finstead's book. What did he think of the book? How cold was the relationship between Elvis after their divorce? When you break up, you usually experience unpleasant situations of love that comes to an end. Love grows cold. Priscilla Presley really wanted to be free and independent for someone who couldn't wait to get away. And Elvis, and she now surprisingly is dependent on him. Okay. They're sort of half answers, aren't they? They're not. So I'm not sure. Right. Okay. Thanks, Diana. And we'd love to know the answer to those questions, wouldn't we? I would love to know when the actual date was when Priscilla took back the Presley name. Do any of you know? Do any of you actually know the actual date Priscilla took back the Presley name? I've always wanted to know that. Maria, I bet Esposito did that to himself on Priscilla. He understood how things were changing on Priscilla and Graceland after Elvis. He was cunning. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Diana? So I do get quite a lot of negative comments about Joe Esposito. I haven't done enough homework on him. Hi, Lorraine. Do you know what? If you don't like your ex, yeah, if Priscilla doesn't like Elvis, she's going to sell all his stuff. If you love him, he's the love of your life, you're not going to sell him. Yeah, Teresa, I need to look him up. I don't know enough about him. I need to look him up. Right. Charlie, I know that Charlie Hodge, seems to be the favourite. Yeah, Billy Smith, Larry Geller. But if you're not into spirituality, I think people are a bit funny with Larry. I personally like Larry. And I don't know if you guys know, but I actually did contact him once and he did reply to me many years ago. And I can prove it as well because it's on my messenger. Let's have a look. Now, someone said to me, Elvis has a pic with Sandy Preston. Who is Sandy Preston? I haven't Googled it, but who is Sandy Preston? Then we have another comment. Joyce Bova, unbeknownst to Elvis, was pregnant with his child and she had an abortion for fear that she would lose him if he knew. Now, is this true, guys? Did Joyce Bova have an abortion? Do you know what? I'm gonna Google it. Did Joyce Bova have an abortion? Right. Right, what do you think, guys? Is it true? Let's have a look. Let me just check your comments. Charlie was the most authentic. Right, so let's have a look. Let's see if it comes up. Joyce Bova. Let's just see if it comes up. If it doesn't, we're going to carry on reading some other comments. But I just found that comment quite interesting. Right, let's have a look. Right, here we go. The interesting prologue that Joyce has written in a book which wasn't there in original publication tells us not only her various decisions of things that she did while with Elvis, why she decided to abort her pregnancy by him. Right, okay. So it's in her book. Is that right, guys? Let's have a look. Yeah, so could be true, couldn't it? Now, I'm just seeing if anyone else mentions it. Right, here we go. So it says here that she left. Right, all right, it's quite a long write-up. It's really hard to stomach. Elvis, as we all know, was imperfect, of course. He made plenty of mistakes and he took Priscilla for granted. I don't know much about Joyce, only that said Careless Love, which is referred to as Joyce's book. So Joyce's book is called Careless Love, yeah? My love affair with Elvis. Make of it what you will. Keep an open mind. Remember that there's two sides to every story. He is not here to tell his side. Yes, I like that. He is not here to tell his side. So Elvis had been hospitalized in Nashville and was suffering from arthritis and a form of secondary glaucoma. He flew in Joyce to accompany him back to Memphis. Priscilla was in California. Let's have a look. I just want to see where it mentions the divorce because it's quite a long write-up. I'm not reading all this. Do many of you guys know about the Joyce Bova thing? Let's have a look. Let me just find. I want to see the bit about the pregnancy. I can't see it. It's not coming up. No. Let's find a different comment. No. Right, let's have a look. In 1971, an affair he had with Joyce Bova resulted in, unbeknownst to him, so he never knew, in her pregnancy and an abortion. So let me just check your comments. Let's have a look. The Presley separated on February the 23rd, 1972, after Priscilla's disclosure of her relationship with Mike Stone. So in 1971, an affair he had with Joyce Bova resulted, unbeknownst to him, in a pregnancy. Now, this is interesting because it was 71 when Priscilla was secretly seeing Mike Stone. So I need to learn more about this because this does have an effect on the timeline. Diana said it, the timeline. Do any of you know about Joyce Bova? Now, don't forget, we know that after 1968, when Priscilla was unfaithful, just after Lisa Marie was born, that Elvis really knew that the marriage was over. And Elvis, from that moment onwards, was seeing other women. We know that. Now, we know about Susan Henning, who was in the 68 comeback special. And I think she was on set with Love a Little, Live a Little, the movie that was being made in 68. So, come on, we know that Elvis, after he caught Priscilla being unfaithful with, just after the baby was born, Lisa Marie, that he had other girlfriends. So by the looks of it, Joyce Bova was one of them. Now, I'm just trying to see the timeline, because obviously we think that he was seeing Susan Henning as well. But at what point did he start seeing Linda Thompson? So it's a grey area, isn't it? They could have done Diana. So Melissa says, Marty Lacker says Joyce Bova was the most beautiful woman. Let's have a look. Let's get her up. Let's see if we can get some images of her. So, I mean, oops, it's not very clear. Let's get my foot off that, right. I mean, she's okay. I wouldn't say, I mean, I don't want to be rude, but I wouldn't say she's the most beautiful woman. But what do you think, guys? Is she as beautiful as Linda Thompson? Anita Wood? June Junico? She's okay. Let's see if there's any other clearer pictures of her with him. Is this her here? Is that? Yeah, we know Anne Margaret was beautiful, Teresa. Let's have a look. Yeah, she's average. Yeah, if I was going to give her a number and be a sexist man, I'd give her a 6.5, 7. I might just be mean. Now, Melissa won't like this. Melissa, I'm sorry, but I give Linda Thompson a good 9. A good 9. I'm just being silly. In looks, Linda Thompson, Melissa. I'm just having a bit of fun with you. Right, let's go to the next comment. Now, remember, I'm a man. I see it differently than you women. Next comment. Right. From Nancy. Nancy, if you're watching, I get loads of comments from Nancy in the middle of the night. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, of course, they're all beautiful. It's Elvis. I see what you mean, inside and out. Of course, they have to be beautiful inside and out. But men are pretty basic. At first, it's how they look, and then we find out the inside after. Sometimes this can be our mistake, can't it? I know he wanted to get married and have lots of kids. Right. I once posted a video talking about pre-fame Elvis. I've always said that I think that if Elvis had not become famous, he would have been a very decent husband, a decent father. I think he would have had a great career. He would have been a real family man. He would have loved his job. I personally, this is my opinion, guys, and many of you may not agree. I personally think if Elvis had not become famous, I think he would have lived a lot longer. I honestly believe that. I think he would have had a completely different life. He would have been a really religious man, a good Christian. and a great family man, pre-fame. So I think this comment I'm reading out now is what Nancy is replying to. Let's have a look. Okay. I know he wanted to get married and have lots of kids. I kind of wish he never made that record. I think he would be much, much happier. He would have a nice small house. Right. So she's obviously referring to the song That's All Right, Mama, which catapulted him to fame. He would have had a nice small house, a nice car. I think he would have been happier. I'm 90% sure he did not have sex with 90% of the women. Now, we keep hearing this. We keep hearing this. That Elvis, a lot of the women that he dated, there was no sex. He just wanted the company. He wanted the company. And this is coming at me a lot now. There's many of his ex-girlfriends that are being interviewed that are now saying, well, actually, we didn't actually have sex. It was about companionship, and then they would read and they just would spend time together. So what are your views on that, guys? Please let me know. Hi, Gio. Team Elvis. Yes, Team Elvis taking care of business. Now, in case you're new to this channel, please subscribe. It's very important you subscribe. We are a small channel that are growing. It's me and Team Elvis. I'm part of Team Elvis, and we're called Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth, and the whole point is that we defend Elvis. In any way that we can, we defend him, and that includes the Presley bloodline. So that includes our beautiful Lisa Marie Presley, who we adore. It includes Benjamin. It includes Riley. It includes Finley and Harper. We defend the Elvis bloodline. The bloodline, yeah? And we have a huge a Facebook channel. Please join it, called Defending Elvis Presley, Louis Daily Live Streams. Defending Elvis Presley, Louis Daily Live Streams. So please join the Facebook channel, which is doing really well at the moment. Let's have a look. So, what I can see, I can see that you're right. Let's not argue about Linda. Lorraine, please, let's just not argue about Linda. Let's keep it happy and positive. Right, let me just. Come on, Lorraine. I know how passionate you are. Right, okay. So the comment I was about to read you, let's just find it, was Nancy. So let's have a look. So she says, well, I think we're halfway through it. Look, guys, we're entitled to our views, but, let's keep it happy, yeah? Let's keep it happy. Right. I just think he would have been happier. I'm 90% sure he did not have sex with 90% of the women because he was scared of getting them pregnant. I think he was alone with them. I think he talked to them. He wanted their company, and, of course, I think he kissed them. But I think exaggerated to his mafia friends. I get that. So Nancy is sort of saying, look, a lot of the time he didn't want sex. He just wanted to be with them, have a bit of a kiss, a cuddle, read, talk about, he loved reading religious and spiritual things. And then she says, oh, maybe he was a bit boastful, so he would boast to the Memphis Mafia guys that more than happened than really did. I think maybe Elvis was a bit shy about the fact that he generally didn't always want sex with these different girlfriends. I understand that. I think he exaggerated to his mafia friends. I think he made it out that he had sex with them, but he didn't. He would be too embarrassed, but I'm 90% sure he did not have sex with 90% of the women. Wouldn't really say nothing because then they would be embarrassed. Well, why? I see her point. Because Elvis. Okay, that's good. Thanks, Lorraine. So because I wouldn't say nothing because they wouldn't be embarrassed why they didn't. He wants to have sex. So I see that. So some of the girlfriends would give the impression that they had sex because they were a bit embarrassed that he didn't want to have sex with them. Do we think that sounds right? Does that sound okay to you? Okay, that was Nancy. Thanks, Nancy. So then we've got another one here. We have Karen Tranter, who I think is a new subscriber. I don't recognize the name. Karen, are you on? So Diana says, Linda Thompson wrote a song about her relationship with Elvis. It was made famous by Josh Groban. It was called Where We Are. And her way of dealing with the grief, it's a beautiful tribute. Oh, right, I'm going to look that up, Diana. So it's Josh Groban, and it's called Where We Are. I know that she's, let me put it in. Josh Groban, Where We Are. I know that she's an award-winning songwriter. Where We Are. Now, some of the songs, if they're not that successful, I'm allowed to play, and they don't copyright me. Right. Right. Diane, is it this? Should we take a chance and play some of it? So this is Linda Thompson. It's okay, because if I get copyrighted, they allow me to delete it. So it's not a problem. Does anyone want me to play it? This is the song that Linda Thompson wrote, and it's based on Elvis and her relationship, yeah? Who wants me to play it? Come on, guys, let's have a vote. I actually don't know who he is. All right, I'm going to do it. Linda. We have a yes from Linda. We have a no from Teresa. Right, I'm going to play some of it. Okay, I'm not going to... I mean, I can tell it's quite a beautiful song, but it's not my cup of tea. Sorry. But just a small little clip of it is fine. Tracy, I can see that Tracy... so let's read Tracy's comment. Linda has made a career out of regurgitating her short years with Elvis. I'm a skeptic about how strong their relationship was. He kept her around because she tolerated his infidelities, which I've seen that in interviews. On spiritual journey, which means material pleasures are not the most important things anymore. Okay. Melissa mentions the secret recording of her and Elvis. Is it that her and Elvis singing? I've seen that on YouTube. I have listened to that. Colleen says, I think Elvis was lonely and just liked the company of women. From what I've heard from some of them, it wasn't about sex. Colleen, and I keep hearing that. And Gio says, I personally like to speed things up a bit. Gio, you're being naughty. You're surrounded by women. Okay, let's go back to the comments a minute. Okay, so let's go back. Right, so we've got Karen. Great show tonight. I agree with you. I think Linda Thompson was a beautiful woman inside and out. Melissa, you're going to love this. Priscilla has done a lot of damage to Elvis's legacy. Agreed. The movie Priscilla was disgusting. Agreed. She made Elvis look like a total control freak. Agreed. A psycho and a total nutter. Agreed. It damaged Elvis so much, it's not fair. Elvis is not here to defend himself big time, but we are here. Team Elvis. We're here to defend Elvis till the end. Let's keep going. Lisa said, I do not see my daddy in any of this movie. It's awful. Lisa Marie's words, yeah? It's true. She definitely told Sofia Coppola that she did not want that film to be made. She also, I think, in my opinion, she definitely told her mother she did not want that film to be made. She didn't want her mother to have anything to do with the Priscilla film by Sofia Coppola. And I believe that they were arguing a lot behind the scenes. And there's even a possibility, just my opinion, that Lisa Marie was going to serve a lawsuit on her own mother to prevent her making the film Priscilla. And we, guys, you and me, Team Elvis, Elvis fans around the world are disgusted that that film was made. And the fact that even after Lisa Marie died, that Priscilla carried on promoting that film is disgusting, atrocious, should never have happened. This is why we're here to defend Elvis, guys, because he can't defend himself. Priscilla says one thing, then changed her story to make herself look like a victim. And this is why we're called Defending Elvis, because in the way we see it, guys, is that she has been changing her story for 40 odd years, and it's always been unfair to Elvis, and always made Elvis look bad and her look like the victim. And we're not having it, guys. Now, in my opinion, Priscilla Presley, if you ever watch me, I personally feel that you've been very unfair to Elvis. Now, we know Elvis was not an angel and Elvis made mistakes. We also know that Elvis was unfaithful, just like you were. But I say to you, you need to paint a more rounded picture. And you need to admit the things that you did wrong. And there are many, 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 many things you have done wrong and are still doing wrong to this day. We just want you to admit them. We're going to admit that Elvis was unfaithful. Fine. Elvis fans, we admit he was unfaithful. Fine. But nothing else. Nothing else. You admit all the wrongdoing that you've been doing for over 40 years. Admit the unfaithfulness. Admit the divorce was ugly and cruel. Admit that you gave the impression that he was a drug addict. I never spoke about how unwell, how chronically ill Elvis was. And this is why he took so much medication. It wasn't because he wanted to get stoned. It was because he was seriously ill, which is now being proven. Then we want you to admit all the other wrongdoing that you did with money, with Elvis Presley Enterprises, with your daughter, with Scientology. There are so many things, Priscilla, that you need to admit. We also want the complete truth about when you met Elvis and the fact that you were not a relationship when you were 14, that it was just a friendship and that Elvis did not want sex with you. You wanted sex with him. We want you to admit that you didn't move to America till you were nearly 18, that you didn't get married till you were nearly 22, that Elvis didn't have sex with you until you were nearly 22. There's so many things you have to admit, Priscilla. It's not fair that Elvis is the bad guy all the time. And half the world think Elvis is some kind of pedophile drug addict because of the impression you gave in your book, Elvis and Me, which is a fairy tale that you made up in 1985. And the whole world has been following that fairy tale. And every time you're interviewed, you're still repeating the fairy tale of this book that is not true, that you wrote in 1985. It's completely unfair. That's my opinion. Now, I don't hate you, Priscilla. I'm not trying to create hate. We're trying to create truth. We are trying to create truth. Now, once we start hearing the truth from you, Priscilla, we're going to find some middle ground and we can start trying to forgive you. But at the moment, you're making many mistakes over and over again. And many of those mistakes are aimed at Riley Keough, your beautiful daughter, who we all worship, Lisa Marie Presley, and you've got your grandkids to watch out for, my friend. So you've got a lot of backtracking to do, Priscilla. A lot of backtracking. And it's not too late for you to at least try to get things right with the fans. Because remember, the outpouring of hate that you're getting at the moment comes from the fans, Elvis fans. You need to do something to change that wave. Here's your chance. Here's your chance. Yeah, I'll talk to you. I'll interview you. I'll happily sit with you and go through everything with you. But you're going to try and tell some truths. You're going to stop the twisted rewriting of history. We want the truth. This channel is called Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Fans want the truth. Feel free to contact me at any moment. I will always give you respect and be well-mannered. I will never get angry with you or disrespectful, but I will ask the questions that no one else can be bothered to ask you. I repeat, I will ask the questions that no one else can be bothered to ask you. Let's finish off this comment, then I'll read some of yours. Let's have a look. She was no victim. She was a cold, calculated, and vindictive. And the thing is, that's how you come across Priscilla. In the book Child Bride, it explains that Priscilla was a virgin when she met Elvis. If Elvis knew that, he would rather have run a mile. Thank you, Louis, for a great show. So we have, obviously, the Child Bride book paints a completely different picture than... I always like to hold them up. This is what I call the fairy tale, that we don't believe any of it. The only person that wrote this book, I know she had a bit of help from Sandra Harmon. Now, I know nothing about Sandra Harmon. Is she still alive? Let me just check it. Let's see if Sandra Harmon is still alive. Sandra Harmon, author, yeah? So, yes, there she is there, guys. Is it Jean's birthday? Jean, is it your birthday? Hi, Lorna. Is Jean there? Jean, are you there? Make yourself known. So Sandra Harmon, oh, she's passed away. She died in 2018. Now, I would love to see an interview from her about that book. She wrote 25 books. Let's see if we can read something about her, guys. Jean, are you there? Where are you? Jean, birthday girl. Where's the birthday girl? Right, let's have a look. So she wrote, let me just see. She wrote, obviously, Elvis and Me. What's that? Mafia's Son, Staying Married, A Girl Like Me. I don't recognize many of these books. A lot of the books are children's books. Jean, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jean. Happy birthday to you. I hear voices. Jean, happy birthday. Who is that? Right, okay, guys. I'm gonna have to hang it up a minute and come back for a part 2. Do you want to, actually, if you stay on your phones, then I can carry on for a bit longer. Right, let's kids say hello. Right, I want you to sing happy birthday to Jean. Right, after three. Jean, we're going to sing you happy birthday. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jean. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. I don't know. Hip, hip. Hooray! Look at the camera here. Hip, hip. Hooray! Let's blow Jean a kiss. We love you, Jean. We love you. Right, now get back on your phone so I can do my show. Right, 1 second, guys. I'll just be a minute. Love it. Right, I'm still live at the moment, so you do have to be a bit quiet, guys.
But I'm hungry.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to do this.
Happy birthday to you. Dada!
Yeah?
Dada, I want orange.
Okay, get one then. Get one, I'll peel it for you.
I got it.
All right, bring it back. Right, I'm coming now. Okay, I'm coming. Right, I just want to make sure I got a cup of tea. Cup of tea, cup of tea, cup of tea, cup of tea, cup of tea. Right. Right, I'm just making a tea, guys. Tea. I'm going to even put some honey in it. Yes. Right, let's peel Tino an orange. Happy birthday. Yasmin, should we find Elvis singing happy birthday?
No, can I have orange?
Yeah, so do 1 each. Right. You alright, guys? How you feeling, Jean?
Daddy, you
That's
went to
yours?
the toilet.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Hmm.
Even Daddy has to have. Even Daddy has to have a wee. Right? Do you want an orange? Are you speaking to them? Say hello to Team Elvis.
Hi, Team Elvis. Hi. Happy birthday, Jean.
Yay! Right.
I'm controlling this now.
No, don't touch any buttons because it'll stop working. Don't touch any buttons. You can read it. You can read it.
Hi, Linda.
Don't go too near close. That's it. Right, there's a few more pieces here because they're a bit sweet. Okay. I'll get you some water. Right, Yasmin? This is yours. I'm going to get... Right, okay. All right, kids, I'm coming. All right. Right, let's get you both some water. Okay, you both got water. Daddy's got tea. Right, this is for you. Yasmin, this is for you. Right, you've got to turn that down there. You can't have it loud, Tina. Tina, write down, please. Tina, write down. Come on, there's people alive, don't forget. Right, let's put our water in. A bit of honey in there. Okay, honey, mommy. Tell them about the honey, mommy. Okay. Okay.
Hi, Deborah.
So you can speak to them. Hi.
What does that one say?
Okay. But don't touch any buttons. Do not touch any buttons.
Does that say Lorna?
Yes.
Hi, Lorna.
Right, I've got a hot tea here, so stay back. Hot tea. All right, guys, welcome to my kitchen and my children. Right, guys, make a cup of tea, make a coffee if you want. Let's have a look. Right, let me just quickly read your messages. Hi, Julie's S. How you going, Julie's? Let's see who else has come on. We got Patty. Patty, yeah. It does seem that way that he didn't know about the pregnancy. Hi, Patty, you're a new name. Let me know where you're from, Patty. Let's all welcome Patty. I read Joyce Bova's book. It was very good. Joyce intended to tell Elvis that he was pregnant one night. When she was going to tell him, Elvis said something that changed her mind, so she had an abortion. So sad. But welcome. Where are you? Patty, where are you? Where are you from?
Dad, can I have yogurt?
Yeah, go and help yourself. Right. So Colleen's on. Let's have a look. I'm just making sure that no. Right, Luann, how are you, Luann? Luann says, I hope I couldn't find part 2. Sometimes I cannot find your start of your channel. I think this is the first live I've done today, Luann. But nice to have you on, Luann. Love your comments. Guys, Luann is always commenting. She's from Australia. I love her comments. Let's all say hello to Luann, if you don't mind. So, Patty, Lorna is on. Let's have a look. Loving Elvis documentary. Oh, now we're talking about documentaries. I was watching one today, this morning, and I liked it. Let me just try and tell you what it is. Let's have a look. Where is it? I want to find the one I was watching. It was called... it was a spirituality one. A few of you have sent me this. It's called The Spiritual and Generous Soul of Elvis Presley. The Spiritual and Generous Soul of Elvis Presley. I thought this was very good. So I might actually play a few clips of that. Let's have a look. Luann. Well done, Luann. Let's have a look. Yeah, I saw that one. Yes, I watched this. Right. I just want to quickly check back on your comments quickly, and then we're going to go on, move on to some other stuff. They're all saying hello, right, to Yasmin.
Hello.
Jean, did we embarrass you? Let's have a look. Okay. So, yeah, so Patty, where are you from, my dear? Let us know. I always like to know where people are from. Welcome to our family. It's Team Elvis. We are called Team Elvis. So let's just play a small section of this. I think what I might do is put it on a stand and just play a bit of it while the kids are getting their stuff ready. Right. Don't worry, I'll sort them out. When I come off this live, I'll just play a bit of this, guys. This is this documentary that I was watching this morning. So I can't go that close, unfortunately, but I'll just press play and we'll just have a little, let's go quite loud. And we'll just listen to just a minute or two of it, I think.
Fortunately, that's what I did. And that was the basis of our relationship. I did his hair behind the scenes. We were friends. I sprayed his hair. And I said, Elvis, what do you think? Do you like it? And he goes, oh, yeah, man, great. And he swung around in the chair. He said, but I want to ask you a question. What are you really all about? What are you really
And let me just pause that. I wonder if I move the laptop a bit nearer to me, I might be able to put that camera a bit nearer to you guys. Yeah, I do. I love my new laptop, guys. Love it. Right, let's give it a go.
I thought to myself, wow, that's pretty straightforward. And I said, Elvis, look, obviously I do a lot of celebrities, as you know. This is what I do for a living. But what interests me more than anything else is my search for God, for truth.
You can go to
I
different
read
rooms.
spiritual books and I meditate. I'm into health foods. Look, I know you're the big star of the world, and it might sound corny to you. And he said, no, wait a minute, love. No, wait a minute. Not to me. That's not corny at all. Please, Matt, just keep on talking. You'd be surprised how I need to hear what you have to say.
Oh, he knew the Bible from cover to cover. He could quote scripture. He was a very spiritual man. He loved God. He had a lot of Bibles that he read, and he was always searching. But I thought it was just really interesting to see somebody literally wear the pages out on a Bible.
So whatever spiritual bent he was on, it wasn't a born again thing at all. It was above that. It was a God thing. He had a relationship with God, and he could express that relationship with God through his music.
Early on in Elvis's career, it was evident that this was no ordinary celebrity. His values dictated his responses to everything from rock and roll to the controversy his performances generated. When a writer named Herb Rowe referred to Presley's fans as idiots in his column, Elvis responded not to the criticism of himself, but to the attack on his audience. When Rowe's column became a little more graphic in its critique, once again, Elvis responded in a way that would be out of character with almost any other rock and roll idol.
Back to the quotation, we're no prudes, but we might suggest a gift to genuflecting to Elvis Presley. A solid slap across the mouth. Row means a slap across the mouth to these girls. Have you any comments to that? Yeah, but I don't think I should say it, because I'm a singer, not a fighter.
The beat of his heart was just like the rhythm that was in his soul for people. Elvis loved people, but Elvis knew exactly how far he could take himself with someone and not impose on that person, or he would find their personality out and then have more darn fun with them. You were with one of the most honest, sweetest, decent, funniest, generous human beings that had been through a lot as a child that could have caused him to go exactly the opposite. It didn't. Elvis, to me, is a champion in every way that a human being can be a champion.
It's a tough thing. It's tough to be to maintain a real sane life. Forget the entertainment side, but when you're elevated on a pedestal, and it's hard. It's amazing that he held out for so long. He wasn't an educated man, but he certainly was street smart and had a very decent heart. Very decent heart. Condemned to be honest, I think. This is part of the appeal in a way, too. There's a lot of sadness in Elvis's story. I mean, there's a lot about the human condition. Everybody has great triumphs and great failures, and Elvis had his share of both. And that's part of his appeal.
Charisma is God shining through man, And I like that, Elvis say. That's a good one, boy. You don't know what your future is going to be. You're either blessed or you're cursed. There's no fortunate, there's no luck involved, there's no nothing. You're either blessed or you're cursed.
The first glimpse that the public would have into this side of Elvis Presley came on the Ed Sullivan Show when he insisted on singing a number that most people would not associate with a rock and roll rebel.
On the first show, as I remember, he wanted to do Peace in the Valley, and the CBS official said, no way are we going to do a religious number. He said, I have promised my mother that I would do Peace in the Valley, and I'm going to sing it. And we did.
The relationship with his beloved mother would influence more than just his choice of music. Her values were a roadmap to his life.
Right, I'm back, guys.
It made me nervous before I met him. Because
I'm going to read your comments.
You're buying the aura, you're buying all of the appearances on Milton Berle and Steve Allen and the Tommy and Jimmy Dorsey show and Ed Sullivan. But he turned out to be completely opposite to what I had expected. He wasn't wrapped up in himself. He was a down-to-earth gentleman. The guy that called me 2 years younger.
Right, well, that says it all, guys. He was a down-to-earth gentleman. Everyone that met Elvis saw him completely differently. He was nothing like the image that was portrayed of him over many decades. He was a real decent, good guy with a proper, decent upbringing. He was a good Christian man. He treated everyone with respect, and he really did put himself second. And this is why we're called Defending Elvis Presley. Right, to be a bit quiet, can you shut the door? The kids are back.
I dropped my sandwich on the floor.
I'll make you another one, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I'm just going to make her a ham sandwich. Right, where's your... Where you made it? What? Both bits?
Both of them will survive.
I'll do it very quickly, yeah? Right, just making her a ham sandwich, guys. Don't carry it around, Yasmin.
But I have to carry it upstairs.
Well, if you drop it again, I'm not making another one. Why are you going upstairs?
Yeah, I'll get these upstairs.
You don't need to go upstairs. I'm coming off soon. Right, do you want the crust on or off? Yasmin, crust on or off? Okay, you need to turn it down as well. You can sit in the lounge if you want.
Yeah.
Do you want it big or 2 pieces?
Big.
Big. That's good. Right, okay, there we go. Put it on your plate.
I need help with putting it in.
No, come on, because I want to go on my life. You go. Right, I'll see you in a minute. I'm coming off soon to do my weightlifting. Okay, guys, as we can see, I live in, this is my kitchen with my children. The children are now home, so I'm muddling through, but I'm not quite ready to finish yet. I want to go a bit longer. I'm going to do my weightlifting and running soon. Let's have a look. Yeah, Julie says hi to Yasmin and Tino. Let's have a look. The burning of his books is true. It truly is horrifying. Any true friend would have stepped up to defend Elvis Presley, whatever he wanted to read. I know about the burning of the books. It would happen behind Gracelands, didn't it? And they did it in a well, I think. Just wrong. Should never have happened. Completely wrong. So that, I recommend that. Let me just show you the picture of it. So this is the name of the documentary. And a few people have sent it me, and I tell you what, it's brilliant. I love it. It says 4 days ago. I don't know how old it is. The name of the YouTube channel I found it on. It's called Relax and Rock and Roll. Relax and Rock and Roll. It's not very clear. Relax and Rock and Roll. Let's have a look. I think that they loved strongly, and Gladys was a good mother. If you ever lose a baby, it affects you the rest of your life, and you love those babies even stronger. So true. Linda, I think you're right. It's a great documentary. I've watched quite a lot of it now. I will always say that 1966 was a truly horrible year for Elvis, poor guy. It's a funny one because that's the year he committed to the engagement with Priscilla. Now, can I ask you, Tracy, why do you think 1966 in particular was such a bad year? That interests me. Tracy, just give me a few highlights. Then we've got Luann. For some reason, the guys seem to express their views better than the female celebrities' views towards Elvis. Okay, I'm not going to agree to that, but yeah, I get your point. Let's have a look. Not everyone you can adapt is where you belong, in my opinion. Not anyone you can adapt is where you belong, in my opinion. Right, okay. Right, let's carry on with these comments. I was trying to go through these comments with you. Actually, I will read this up. Someone sent it to me. I think it's from the book Men Elvis, Me and Elvis, by Charlie Hodge. Elvis's uncle Vester Presley worked at Graceland as a gatekeeper. Therefore, it was normal administration for him to deal with the many fans who showed up in front every day in the hope of seeing Elvis. Below is an episode related to him connected to the fans. Vester worked on the gates for 15 years and always tried to stop fans from trespassing onto the property, but sometimes they managed to screw him over, especially after dark. Right, shh. Quiet, you little monkey. Cup of tea, guys. Right, Tina, stop it, please. He never listens to me. Let's have a look. This thing happened one night when he was on a shift. Vester said there were 7 or 8 pretty girls who were giving me more trouble than Elvis that night. Suddenly, they jumped over the wall. I screamed and they scattered in the dark, running up to the hill and screaming. I chased them. I darted after them in the dark. I couldn't see anything. Right. I'm going to take it off you. No. Then the silence fell. I couldn't hear anything. There was stubbornly silent somewhere. Then I heard whispers in the hedges near the house. I went there and yelled, "Okay, girls, I know you're hiding back there. Come on, come out." Nothing happened. I heard a few more giggles. "Girls, you'd better go out. I'm telling you for your own good." I said that when I heard Elvis' voice coming out of the hedges, "Leave them alone. Uncle Vester," he said, "I'm back here with them." Okay, right. Not the most interesting comment, but let's keep going. So Nancy says, let's have a look. We've read that one. So the next comment is from Kate. Let me just check your comments first. Clambake, he was jaded with Hollywood, pressured to marry Priscilla. All right, okay. So Tracy says he wanted to get back to live performances. Deborah, Vester was a nice and funny man. You could see Elvis in his actions. Then we have Jeanette Freeland. I'm going to watch Blue Hawaii. Yes. Hi, Jeanette. Jeanette, you're not new, are you? I'm sure you've been on before. Let us know where you are. I love Blue Hawaii. What's up, Melissa? It's almost 4 a.m. where I am, so I have to get going. So if you talk about Linda, misgivings, my obvious opinion. Right, Melissa, I'm going to do it on a separate show. So good night, sweet dreams. I want to read all your information, and then we'll do a proper thing about it, okay? A proper live show. So Melissa, you won't miss it. I'm good, but I need an hour to go through things. Right. So Kate, hi Louis, Kate here. A few pictures confused Anita and Dottie frequently. So we had this conversation last night that Anita Wood looks just like Dottie. Is it Dottie Harmon? Both were beautiful. I loved Anita too. Anita had a contract with Paramount Paramount Movies. So this was the confusion. Did Anita Wood get offered a contract by Paramount? And the other one was Dottie with Paramount. We were sort of a bit confused. By the sounds of it, Dottie was a movie star. Is that correct? I'm still learning, guys. So let's have a look. So then Anita had a Paramount contract. Louis was about to start filming in California, and Elvis called her and asked her to come home, and she gave up the movie. So basically, from what I can see, Anita Wood did not follow through on the contract for Elvis, which I've heard many times. Yeah. Judy Spreckles was lovely, but she wasn't a girlfriend. She was a great friend. Then she says, Alana Nash is the author, not a girlfriend. Then who wrote Baby, Let's Play House? So let's have a look. Alana Nash wrote the book, Baby, Let's Play House. And I think Shauna on her Tenderly Loving Elvis show has been reading that book. Is that correct? Baby, Let's Play House. And books about the Colonel and the Memphis Mafia. So she wrote, by the sounds of it, Alana Nash wrote a few books, yeah? There was a story going around that Baz Luhrmann consulted Alana's books on the Colonel, but she didn't get credit, so who knows? Too many girlfriends to mention right now. Alana Nash. I wonder if she ever got interviewed for her books. Let's just have a look. Alana Nash. Are you guys aware of Alana Nash? Let's have a look. So we're learning as we go, yeah, guys? Let's see if she's ever been interviewed. Here we go.
We're learning that Lisa Marie Presley will be buried at Graceland in Memphis, next to her father, Elvis Presley, and her son, Ben. A family spokesperson.
Right, I'll play that because it looks interesting. Alana Nash. Right, let's get it on my little stand. So she, to me, sounds like someone who wrote a lot of books on Elvis. I know nothing about her. I don't even know if she's still alive. So we'll soon find out, guys. Let's have a look. Let's get this. Press play.
Person made the announcement Friday. The only child of Elvis Presley and Priscilla Presley died Friday after suffering cardiac arrest. Presley had a music career of her own, but was probably best known for her marriage to pop superstar Michael Jackson. She was also open at times about her struggles with addiction. Lisa Marie Presley was 54 years old, passing away this week. Let's bring in Alana Nash. She's a journalist who has written several books about the life and times of Elvis Presley, including The Colonel, the extraordinary story of Colonel Tom Parker and Elvis Presley. So good to see you, Alana.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'm wondering, what was your reaction, when you heard the news of Lisa Marie's passing?
Oh, deep, deep sadness. It really shook me. I think not only because I had interviewed her and been around her a little bit and enjoyed her music, but also just that the Presley story is one of great opportunity and wealth and fame, but just equal sadness and trauma and tragedy that balanced that out. And I think we wanted her to be happy and have a joyful life because her father had given us so much joy. So there's deep sadness about her passing all over the world.
Yeah, and since you had an opportunity to speak with her on so many occasions, and you talk about how collectively everybody wanted her to be happy and be joyful, but then what did you sense from her in your conversations with her about what was keeping her, what was in the way of that joy and happiness that everybody, would wish for her?
I think just the crushing weight of fame, number one, and loss and grief. You know, there's a long line of loss and grief on her mother's side, and it seems to be continuing through the generations. I think she always wanted that sense of peace and family unity and searched for that. Loved being a mother, loved being part of the rock and roll world, but just could not find lasting happiness.
She loved it, but at the same time, was she also kind of disdainful, you know, of the celebrity, especially learning as she has over the years about the people surrounding her dad, and she was a part of, you know, this latest you know, blockbuster film, in which, you know, she got to enjoy, you know, the actor getting a Golden Globe this week. But there was something that also made her very uncomfortable, angry, if that's the right word, or you better describe for me what she thought of, you know, the world of entertainment.
Well, she was certainly an angry little girl, and you see that in a lot of her photographs, and you certainly see it when she became an artist and began writing songs. Those songs are just filled with acrimony and bitterness, but also with a really sardonic black humor kind of sense of humor that balanced that out, made it very appealing. But she was never really comfortable in public. She loved the fans, but she looked at fame as a thief that stole everything that mattered, and so she was always jumpy and
wow. And at the same time, did she feel like, I mean, she was compelled to also just try her hand at having a relationship with fame by being a singer, you know, herself, and if she felt like she had to do that, or was it like her, I mean, was it her feeling that she couldn't, you know, part from that, you know, because of the legacy of her dad? I mean, what was it that compelled her, even though she had this disdain, also say, well, I'm going to also reach into my musical roots and try my hand at that end of fame?
Well, there was a part of her, while she was enormously proud of being his daughter, that wanted to step outside of that shadow. You see that, I think, in her marriage to Michael Jackson, King of Pop. You see that perhaps in her brief marriage to Nicolas Cage, but also to two men who were not involved in high-stakes show business. But she was a deep and true artist, like her father. But of course, there was no real escaping that shadow.
And then it, you know, it sounds like there's no escaping the loss and the grief that you were just describing too, with the suicide death of her own son, Ben. What kind of impact did that make on her life?
She said it destroyed her. And, you know, I think that's probably right. You see this dichotomy of her, of a lot of strength of character, but fragility. She always seemed kind of like a lost little girl who needed a lot of protecting. And that increased with the death of her son in 2020. And, you know, he looked a lot like Elvis as well.
Yeah,
when you looked at Lisa, my gosh, those hooded eyes and beauty.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it is so shocking and sad. I think even this many days after the fact, it's still, you know, really hard, you know, to understand. You grieve for her, you know, and the more we're learning about what she has been through her entire life after her dad's passing at the age of 9. I mean, it's just been so traumatic on so many levels, and you helped really fill in a lot of blanks for us. Alana Nash, thank you so much.
Well, that was, do you know what? That was really interesting. I really like that. It gave me a chance to tidy up the kitchen as well, guys. So I hope you found that interesting. I hope you don't mind me playing these clips, because it frees me up a little bit. I can quickly do stuff while you're... But I actually found that very, very interesting. Right. I think I'm going to have to end it, guys. We've still got a lot more to go over. I want to go off. I want to go for a run. I want to do a bit of weightlifting. Just a few bits and bobs I want to do. Plus, we've been on for an hour and 40 minutes, guys. So I'm going to go. So I want to thank Team Elvis for joining in with us. Team Elvis, taking care of business. You guys are the best. If anyone's watching now, please subscribe. Please become part of Team Elvis. Good night, Luann in Australia. Please become a member, guys. Hit the member button. It's only £1 a month, but it really means a lot to me. Or you can buy me a cup of tea. Hit the cup of tea button, guys. Don't forget the Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. Yeah, all right, stop. God, I get so excited. Please join the Defending Elvis Facebook page. Defending Elvis, Louis' daily live streams. Cheers, guys. All the best. Thanks to everyone. I'm going to rush off because I can tell he's going to get noisy. So I love to all of you. Love to all of you. Carry on chatting. Take care, guys. All the best. I'll see you later. Thanks a lot, guys.